Hello everyone, I am a Power Platform and Dynamics 365 CE consultant for Alif Consulting. In today's video, I'll be talking about Microsoft Power Platform solutions. What are solutions in Power Platform? What are the different types of solutions available and how you can deploy your solutions? So let's begin the session. Solutions are used to transport apps and components from one environment to another. These components can be reports, dashboard, tables, flows, etc. Solutions used to apply customization to existing apps. Solutions are the mechanism for implementing ALM in Power Apps. The life cycle of a solution, that is create, update, upgrade and patch a solution. ALM is the lifecycle management of applications which easily help to make project management from requirements to deployment, and it includes three areas. Governance. Governance include requirements management, resource management, data security, user access, change tracking, review audit, deployment control and rollback. Development, identifying current problems and planning, design, building and testing the application. Maintenance includes deployment of the app and maintenance of optional and dependent technologies. You must have environment with database to see the solutions. So once you are done creating the trial environment, in that environment you need to have a database to include all your components to the solution. You will find the solutions in the make.powerapps.com website. You need to log into that and you need to go to solutions area to create your solutions. So as you see here, this is an image that shows, if you log in to the make.powerapps.com, here you can see to the left side there is a solutions section which you click on that solution and you can see the existing ones, and also you can create a new solution by clicking on new solution button. So there are two types of solutions in Power Platform. One is an unmanaged solution and another one is a managed solution. So when you talk about unmanaged solutions, it is used in development environments while you make changes to your application. So whenever you are having any developments to be made, you always create an unmanaged solution. There you add your components, either custom components or the existing ones, make your customizations inside the unmanaged solution. You can export unmanaged solutions to either managed or unmanaged solution. So once you are done with your customization inside an unmanaged solution, you export your solution, and either you can take it as an unmanaged solution to your target environment or a managed solution to your target environment. You can't import a managed solution into the same environment that contains the unmanaged solution that you export from. So you will need another environment to import and test managed solutions. Next is a managed solution. Managed solutions are used to deploy to any environment that isn't a development environment for that solution. You can't export a managed solution. The main difference between an unmanaged solution and a managed solution is that if you import, suppose you are having two instances, one is a development instance and one is a production instance. So if you take your solutions from your development instance to your production instance as an unmanaged solution, then once you uninstall the solution from the target environment or the production environment, the components within the solution will remain in the system. But in case of managed solution, if you take a managed solution from your development environment to the production environment, and if you uninstall the solution from the production environment, then the components that are there in the managed solution gets removed from the target environment or the production environment. That is the main difference between an unmanaged solution and a managed solution. So it is a recommended approach to always move your solution as managed to your production environment. So as you see in this image, once you select your solution, that is an unmanaged solution, if you export it, you have an option of choosing which type of solution that you need to take, that is either as a managed one or an unmanaged one. Also, there is something called as versions in a solution. So currently, if you are having a solution, you have deployed it to your production environment. Next time, if you are having any extra customization that you need to your existing entities, or you need to add any custom entities to your solution, then what you do is, whenever you go back to your development environment, you make your changes or add your components to the solution, take it as a managed solution, again change the version of it and import it to the production environment. The system by default detects that solution and it will basically upgrade that solution. That is, only the changes that were there in the solution would be updated to the target environment. So now let's quickly get into a demo. So let's see how we can create a solution inside Power Platform and how you can export a solution and import a solution, right? So for this you need to log into again make.powerapps.com, select your environment. In this case I have chosen demo. Go to solutions. This is where all your solutions reside. So let's create a sample solution. So if you click on this new solution button, it will open this particular form. In this you provide your name, display name. So let's give it as a sample solution. Here you need to choose the publisher, right? So you can either create a new publisher. So publisher is basically an owner of the solution. So whenever you deploy any solution to your for your clients, right, in that case it's basically an identifier that you have created that solution. So always create a new publisher. So here let me add a publisher here. So click on new publisher, last for the display name. So let's say Alif Consulting. So name, so prefix is nothing but whenever you create a entity, table or columns, right, the prefix would be added based on what you give here. So if it's basically an identification that particular entity is created by your company, then you can give a prefix here, so that it will be displayed like this: Alif underscore the object. If it's a field, then the field name. If it's an entity, then the entity name, likewise. So let me save this publisher. So this is done. So I am choosing that publisher here. Version I am giving it as 1. So that's all. So let's create this solution. So our solution is created. So let's go and open the solution. So once you open the solution, right now as you can see, there are no components being added to the solution. So you can add your apps, basically your canvas apps, your model driven apps, all those apps you can add it here. Then you can add your chatbots, you can add your Power Automate, then you can add your tables. So let's go ahead and add any of the existing ones that we created. So let's add an app. So let's check whether any sample model driven app is created. So this is a sample app. So this is a model driven app, so I'm adding it to my solution. As you see here, this one is added. Now let's go ahead and add some end table to it. So let's add the account and the contact table. Here you can see include all the metadata, table metadata, include all the components. So if you're taking all the components, right, you can include this. So it will basically, or you can select your components, what you want to choose. So a table would have columns, relationships, business rules, views, forms, dashboards, charts, all those, right? So you have an option of individually selecting the components. If you have just made changes to a particular form, right, then you don't need to take all the contents or all the individual table assets to your solution. Only the required changed one you can take it. If you have made changes to the entire table components, right, or table assets, then you need to take all the you can select include all components, else you need to take only the selected ones that you have made or customized it. So in this case I am just taking a form. So let's say I am taking this account form, so I am just adding this form. Similarly in contacts also I am just adding a form, contact form. Also let me add a view as well. So this all contacts view I am adding. So here I have taken one view and one form, whereas in this I have taken, in account I have taken one form only. So let's add this. So right now my components all are ready. Next thing what I do is I publish the customizations. So in order to reflect that in my solution, right, so I'll need to publish everything. So once I published it, to deploy this solution, what I do is I export this as a managed solution. So a managed solution in the sense it's a zip file, and that managed solution you import it to your target environment. Since I only have one environment right now, so let me check if I have any other environment. If not, I'll just show you how to export the solution. So let this solution publish everything. So once that is done, we'll export our solution. This publishing would take some time. So it's taking time actually. So let's reload this. Okay, that is done. Now let's export the solution. Go back, select my solution. This is a sample one, so I'm exporting it. So you can click on next. You can see the version here. So as you see here, manage is in the bracket, it is recommended. So the solution is moving to a test or production environment. So if you're moving it to a test or production environment, you always move it as a managed. So if you have two dev instances, in that case you can take it to the second dev instance as an unmanaged one. Later you can export as managed. So always recommended that you take it as a managed solution. So I'm exporting it. So currently, as you can see in this page, it's exporting the solution. So once you have exported it, Once it is completed, in the downloads you can see the zip file that will contain all the components that is added to the sample solution. So that solution you take it to your target environment. Since I have only one environment, I cannot show you how to import that. So I'll just show how you can import that. Since it already has an unmanaged solution here, you cannot import a managed solution of that unmanaged solution in the same environment. So this will take some time. As you see here, it's successfully exported the solution. This is sample solution, that is a version 1.0.0.1 and it's a managed one. This is a zip file. So to import to your, suppose I want to import it to a new environment, right? So as you see here, there is an import button. So just click on that. Here you can choose your file, that is a sample solution, and you can click on next. Since you already have an unmanaged solution of the sample solution installed, you cannot import it to the same environment. Since I have only one environment, I cannot show you to import. So this is how you import. Just click on import, choose your file, that is a zip file, click on next. That will detect, if it's already there in the system, it will detect an upgrade, or else it will import as a new solution. So I hope you understood the session. Thank you.